This U.S. women's program has been good for so long that we as fans expect them to win. They have been the cornerstone and the shining light for U.S. soccer.
There's no other place that I would rather be.
This is the last go-around for players like Megan Rapinoe.
I want to share with you guys, this is going to be my last season, my last World Cup and my last NWSL season.
You never close the door on players unless they close the door themselves. But looking at their ages and the contributions, it would make sense for this World Cup to be their last major tournament. There's some players whose time has come and gone, in part because of injuries. Players like Kristen Press, Tobin Heath, Becky Sauerbrunn, Sam Mewis. We kind of said things like that after the Olympics a couple years ago. So who knows? You know, the legacy of these players is felt not just on the field, but off the field. What they've pushed for and what they've accomplished in terms of pay, equal treatment, raising the profile of women's sports.
Yes, we're fighting for equal compensation, but we're also fighting for this larger picture of investment in both programs equally.
Making inroads in the general population, in political circles.
Beyond the cheers and the gestures, there is so much real work to be done on policies that continue to support equal pay, but also continue to fight against these injustices.
Megan Rapinoe has become much more than a left-sided attacker for the U.S. women's team. She's been a driving force in pushing labor issues with the U.S. Soccer Federation. Like Megan Rapinoe, Becky Sauerbrunn is an influential figure off the field. Just before they announced the final roster, she put out on social media that unfortunately she would not be back in time for the World Cup. She's the captain, she's the defensive pillar, and her absence is felt both in her performance and in her leadership.
I think when you look at the viewership, obviously people are interested, and yeah, we want to keep kind of minimizing that gap because what we did, it's amazing.
In pushing for these changes to improve the working conditions for the women, for improving their pay scale, and getting people to understand that women deserve the same opportunities and the same pay as the men. I think each generation has influenced the next one.
I mean, I was watching the 99 team, really. That's what motivated me.
Some of the older players looked up to the Mia Hamms and the Brandi Chastains when they were young players. And now you have young players on this U.S. team who were inspired by some of their current teammates. And I think it's empowered players. It's influenced their responsibility to keep this going, keep pushing for better circumstances, to keep pushing for a better team, to keep pushing for women's sports in general.